We welcome former Vice President Biden's statement on the Armenian Genocide. We're always encouraged when important public figures speak against Turkey's gag rule against American remembrance of this crime against all humanity. More broadly, we're pleased to see that Armenian issues, the Armenian Genocide, Artsakh, U.S.-Armenian relations are increasingly part of the discourse at the national level among the candidates and between the candidates and the American people. So that's very encouraging. In presenting the Vice President's statement to our community, we provided context. First, in terms of his record in the U.S. Senate, where for more than 35 years he was a very powerful champion of U.S. recognition of the Armenian Genocide, but also his tenure as Vice President in the Obama-Biden administration, which sadly broke its pledge to recognize the Armenian Genocide and in many ways worked against the proper remembrance of this crime. At the political level, in terms of politics, Armenian Americans will play a potentially decisive role in both the primary elections and the general election. In states like California, Armenians are a very, very important constituency in choosing who will represent the Democratic Party in the race for the White House. And in the general election, states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Florida, these states have lots of Armenians, and they may also play a decisive, pivotal role in who represents us for the next 4 years. In terms of what these statements mean, let me say this. We welcome every statement, and certainly promises are important at a certain level, but far more important are the actual deliverables that candidates can provide for our community. The concrete steps before Election Day, not the promises about what they'll do after Election Day. So for example, if candidates can help pass HRES 296 in the U.S. House and SRES 150 in the U.S. Senate legislation to lock in U.S. recognition of the Armenian Genocide, if they can lean on the leaders of the House and Senate to get those resolutions done, if they can break a sweat, if they can make a sincere and sustained effort to accomplish these policy priorities for the Armenian community, I think voters on Election Day will respect that kind of commitment.